Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling. As you see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, where we'll be doing, I don't know, I don't even know what to talk about, what's going on. I'm like, I kind of want to sneeze, but I'm not going to sneeze. Because, you know, I can't. It's not a great feeling, like wanting to sneeze, but not being able to. So, you know, hopefully that's something which, I don't know, I said that so weirdly, hopefully that's something which can be minimised if at all possible. But yeah, what can I talk about today? I don't really know. Let's ponder on that. Good evening, everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow at 7:08 PM on Tuesday, June 27th, 2023. What can we talk about? What's vibing out in the world out there? You know, let's pick a random topic. Well, firstly, let's have some water, and then let's pick a random topic. Because have I ever talked about laser tag before? This is an interesting one. Because it's called laser tag in America. I don't really know what it's called in Britain. Now I think about it. Let's see, laser. Apparently, I've never talked about laser tag. Okay, that was a good random topic, dear darling. I don't know where that came from, but yeah. But basically, laser tag was like a super popular birthday party. Like, concept isn't really the right word, but activity. That's a word. Especially when I was in primary school, because we had like. I don't know if it's still open. I think it's shut down now. I think I remember looking up and it was shut down, which is sad, but so be it. But yeah, but there used to be a laser like arena, I suppose. It's not like that close to me because like I like lived in a small village, I suppose, but it was like a couple of towns over or something, which used to be basically the go-to location for birthday parties for quite a while, because you know we had fads of birthday parties. You know, when we were pretty young, it was definitely like to do with like these activity centers, etc., and then when you get a bit older, it was laser tag. When you get a bit older again, it was like the ski electric thing. When it was a bit older again, and it was like go-karting. Kind of. There was bowling also for a while in there. I don't know. I think bowling might have been the last one. I can't really remember. But what I was going to say is we used to go to a laser tag like place all the time, and I remember it very clearly in my mind. I feel like I have spoken about this before, but maybe I didn't call it laser tag or something, because I didn't see it when I searched my videos. But I remember that it was divided up into 4 areas. Well, actually, it was kind of like 5 areas. There was like this main central hub area. And then there was like these 4 other areas which branch off of it, which, you know, I don't know, I probably should have started with this. If you haven't played laser tag before, fair enough. What it basically is everyone is wearing like this, it's basically like a shooter video game in real life where, you know, you have a gun which shoots like lasers quote unquote just being sort of like light. Like literally we're just like light guns, and you're wearing like this bib thing which has like a light receiver on the front, has a light receiver on the back, and your gun itself has a light receiver on it. And basically what you do is you run around, you're split into 2 teams, and you go around like shooting the other team with lasers. And if you get hit, you have things like life, you have ammo, and you have a score, etc. But that's basically how the laser tag works. And then, you know, you go into like arena for like 20 minutes, maybe it's a bit long, like 10 minutes or something, and which team ever gets the most points or whatever wins in the end, which, you know, honestly I don't think anyone really cared about that. Most people sort of cared about their own personal score. There was also rules about something like you're not meant to run. People ran anyway. You're not meant to cover up like the receptors so you can't get hit. People do that anyway, stuff like that. And yeah, I remember we, like, this place where we go to, like, everyone almost had a birthday party there. I'm not actually sure if I ever had a birthday party there now I think about it, but most people had a birthday party there. It was like a small place, like you go into like this lobby area which just had like a simple arcade, and then you would go into like this other prep room where you would choose teams. Like I remember the room very clearly. It was like a dark bluish room, and around the side there was like layered benches. So we had like a, you know, the floor, and had like 1 step up bench, 2nd step up bench, and a 3rd step up bench, and basically teams would be chosen there. If you're in a birthday party, that makes sense, because then, you know, there'll be like 30 of you, and, you know, split into 2 teams or 15 or whatever. Probably be like the birthday child and like their best friend or something, other 2 team captains or something like that, or just some random people. But like I have been there before where I was just like, you know, just with like random people, because sometimes they pair people together. It was just me and like a family friend. I remember I got chosen for one of the teams, and they were like, who should we choose the next person? And I just pointed at my family friend because, you know, we were friends. I wanted to be on the same team, obviously. I remember it was a girl who was like, she must have been like 17 or something, and I was like 10, I'd imagine. And, you know, very nice. She was like, okay, we'll pick this person as well. Anyway, I don't know why that memory's in my head. But yeah, when we choose the teams, and you go into like your splash rooms, cloak rooms. There's a red team versus a blue team, and they all had like different names. And in my mind, like you would go up to like one of the pegs or something, and it'd be like number 43, and it would be like I think they were named after superheroes in this one. It would be like Red Arrow or like Green Lantern or something like that. Which at the time I didn't know they were superheroes, but looking back, I'm pretty sure they were. And then you go into the arena, and like you all start off at this like major hub area, which is where like I don't think you're allowed to shoot each other and that sort of thing. This is meant to sort of be like the resupply zone. And I remember how it worked. It was basically there's like this mini canopy thing where at the top was this giant like hemisphere, glowing hemisphere, like an orb or whatever. And what you're meant to do is you're meant to hold your gun up like horizontally up to the orb as you walk underneath it, and it would like I don't know, it would somehow communicate, I guess, through like scanning something, and it would like refill your ammo, it would heal you back to full health, it would like cash in any score that you like accrued over that life. That's what I remember. So it started off with a party, like or everyone lining up or whatever, and then like walking through like these respawn points and heading off to like one of the 4 different areas. And the 4 different areas are stuck in my head. Or kind of, because I don't remember what one of them is. One of them was the future zone. I remember. I almost kind of remember how it's laid out, which is really weird. Like there was this like corridor sort of thing at the back. There were these little alcoves outside with these walls. I think there was like a big space shuttle or something in the middle. And then another area was like the haunted zone or whatever. And I remember, you know, as a child, I did not like that area because the trees like eked me out quite a lot. But that zone in retrospect was very boring. It was basically just like kind of a graveyard, except for everyone just used it as a means to get to be at a different area. No one ever hid out in there because it was basically just one room, but it had like this passageway going round to the left side. So everyone would just like go in, immediately go to a passageway to go to like the Wild West zone or back to a future zone or something like that, instead of actually staying there. Like, but I only remember one sort of like dogfight ever happening in there. Maybe also dogfights were happening, but you know, I just never went there because I didn't like it as a child. Fair enough. But I just remember thinking the trees looked super, super creepy, man. It was meant to be creepy, but of course, thinking back, it's not like something I'd be like, oh, over. I'd just be like, ha 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 ha. No, I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't even react, to be honest. Yeah, and then the next area, going like anti-clockwise, I don't know why I'm going anti-clockwise around the areas, was the Wild West zone. And I remember because there was like this wild west cowboy just like in one of the windows who sometimes you would be able to shoot for bonus points, but like me and my friends like never figured out like when was like the time that you were allowed to shoot him, or if you even got points or not. He just had like a laser receptor on him for some reason that we'd always spend time just like shooting. I think quite possibly we actually got nothing from it every single time. It was just like we thought we'd get points for doing it, so we always did it. I don't know. I know, there's a Wild West zone. I remember one of my friends, like there's this big sort of like wagon and cart thing, which was in the middle. I remember one of my friends basically just hid under there for the entire duration of a laser fight and just kept shooting people from under there, and people would just pass through being like, what am I getting shot from? And they just never saw him. And I can't remember what the final zone is off the top of my head. I wonder if I could look it up. Even if it is closed. For the city it's in. Oh, yeah, that's what it's called. Permanently closed. See photos. Let's have a bit of a tour. Image may be subject to copyright. This is the medieval zone, isn't it? No, this is the haunted zone. Wow, it looks even worse than I remember. It looks so... I remember it being so scary. Oh, Energizer, that's right. But this is the zone you started in if you were on the red team. They look like Pocahontas-esque sort of trees. So this is a Wild West zone. I guess because it's so brightly lit in here, it looks, you know, not as good as I remember. I forgot there was like a stage up here with like a piano. And you go around here, and yeah, there's a cowboy. His name's Big Bad Joe. Okay, I went too far. His navigation system is disorientating, I would say. Can we go in here? You won't let me see Big Bad Joe? I think this... I don't know where we are. Is this a future zone? No, this is the cloakroom. What on earth is going on? I forgot it was like a shared cloakroom. I thought we were in separate cloakrooms this entire time. I remember there's also like this corridor. Wait, hold on. Can I go? Oh my god, these images are terrible. Is all I can say. Okay, so that's what it's called. In retrospect, looking back at it, it was probably quite a rundown place. But, you know, it's permanently shut now, so... Oh well, I guess. I want to see the photos. All. How do I... Google Maps. Okay, here we go. Photos. All. No? There we go. Now we can look at the photos. Okay, so this is a haunted house zone. And these are just going through all the photos. Yeah, this is the lobby area. It had an arcade machine. It had the table, football table. I don't remember his lockers being there. That might be different. But then you'd go through that door, and it would just be like the room where you like pick your teams. But there was also like when you exit, there was like this really long hallway for some reason. That's all I remember. This must be Wild West zone. Yeah, this is the Wild West. Oh, this is a wagon as well. I don't remember his green light being here. This is a blue starting zone. I don't remember that. But there he is. Oh, Big Bad John's. That's his name. Clothing house, barber, jail. I remember there's this like little, I don't know what word it is, like canopy. It's not really a canopy, but cloister, I suppose, where there'd be like this half wall, which I don't know why I always, you know, I guess I was never that invested in like laser tag, but I'd always like hide underneath. Oh, this is different from how I remember it. I know I'd hide underneath this sort of walls and just like pop up and shoot people like behind there. This is different how I remember it, but energizing zones are actually inside these areas. I thought they were in a separate hub area, which all four of these were connected to, but I might be mixing up two different laser tag places that I've been to. I remember this entrance as well. Oh man, the entrance is like so randomly sketchy. It's just like, because it's like on the top, it's one of the places which is like on the top floor of like a business, so you had to go in through like this random, like there's no like storefront or whatever, you just had to go in through like the random stairs on the side of like, which looked like an emergency exit staircase or something, and then you just make your way to the top, and it's just got like this really random sign above it. I forgot there was a bar place as well. The diner, quote, I never got any food from there unless it was provided at a birthday party, because you know me, I tend to not buy things because of it, you know, those values I suppose instilled through me as a child. There's this maze area. I feel like I do vaguely remember that as like a transitional area between this and the space world. But space world does not look like how I remember it. I think I might have just completely forgot about this space world. Like I do not remember it looking like this, but maybe it looked different, like with the lights off. What is this area? Maybe I don't remember this as well as I thought I did. Actually, no. I think these are just transitional areas between the things, which were just had no sort of particularly descript theme. They just kind of existed. And there might be multiple energizers now I'm looking at it. That was a military zone. That's it. I forgot about this zone. This was like a wartime zone. Like these were meant to be like bunkers, and there were like drawings of tanks on the wall and stuff like that. I completely forgot about that one. It's kind of like Crystal Maze-esque, I want, ish. I wonder if that's their inspiration, because it does look like it's, you know, that same sort of 90s vibe. Is Crystal Maze 90s? No, Crystal Maze is 80s, isn't it? I don't know if I've ever spoken about Crystal Maze before, but maybe I should. I think there might have been more than 4 zones, now I'm looking at it. Because this feature zone definitely looks different from the other feature zone. I forgot about this military area. I think the military area was just very boring. I just never went there. Oh, and this is the room where you choose your teams. I actually forgot it had like this castle design along the outside. And I remember, because it's like it leads into the cloakroom, but the cloakroom is a combined cloakroom, so both blue and orange team, or blue and red team, together in like one area, but like you still have 2 separate doors to go into it for whatever reason. But we separated. It's like, whoa, you're going to go into your teams now. You're going to separate out, but then you immediately go on the other side, and then you just see the opposing team right there. Nothing like against it or anything. I just, thought it was a funny design. Oh look, hold on, there's a map of a place on the wall here. Maybe we had 2 different laser tag areas when I was younger that we went to, and this was just like one of them. Maybe, I don't remember that well anymore. I might be conflating them, but there's a map on the wall here. It's a bit hard to decide exactly what's going on. But it does look like there's 6 areas. So maybe I just, to be fair, there's 4 central areas, and then 2 of these areas are just like hallways around the side. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. What's this? Yeah, this is a long hallway that leads back in, like, after you've done playing the game, you put stuff all back. This is a long hallway that you go back to a lobby for. Of a briefing room. Or maybe it got updated. Armor. Whoa! This was in 2018. It looks completely different from how I remember it. Like, they changed out everything. They've even got drinks here. What? Yeah, they got, like, new vests and stuff. It's like it looks less like it's from the 90s and more like it's from the 2000s. I don't know why there's just a picture of a staircase, I suppose, for the entranceway, but I remember you had to go up these stairs. I remember one of the times, like, some of the friends I was with, they bought, like, these sticky hand toys from, like, the capsule machines or whatever, and they were just, like, sticking their hands on the walls as we were walking up the stairs. I don't know why that came to mind. Oh, and the mascot characters. How could I forget about the mascot characters? They weren't very notable. There was just, like, one of them was this girl with purple hair, one of them was this guy with, like, red spiky hair, kind of. Wow, this is weird to look at. My nostalgia is very much creeping back. Yeah, okay, I vaguely now remember this military zone. Now I'm looking at it. How strange. This is a haunted house zone. It's not even haunted. Oh yeah, they had a lot of these driving arcade games. Daytona, USA. I think we had the House of the Dead here as well, from what I recall. I also remember this Mars bar vending machine, which I don't know if anyone ever used. How wild would it be if I looked up these photos and it was just a photo of me in one of these places? I do remember the stage of the Wild West area. Why is the Wild West area so much bigger than the others? I don't know. This photo taken in 2013. This is 10 years ago, my word. Very much a relic of times gone by, huh? Anyway, the long and short of laser tag was I was terrible at laser tag. Oh yeah, I forgot. There was a whole squad. There was 2 other people as well in the whatchamacallit, as the mascot characters. There's blue spiky hair guy and yellow hair girl. Anyway, I was absolutely terrible at laser tag. I'm pretty sure I always had a negative score, and the first time I didn't get a negative score, I had no idea what happened. I was like, how did I not get a negative score? I was terrible. Just utterly atrocious at the game. But I just remember one time I just absolutely popped off and I had no idea why. I don't know what happened, what I channeled to be like, you know, this is my moment. This is the time where I'm going to really shine. I'm looking at these photos and this place is way more well lit than I remember. I remember it being like almost pitch black or something when we played. So weird to look back on. Interesting. Yeah, here we go. Just like kids' birthday parties. Probably people having like drunk hen nights or stag do's. Why isn't it called a hen do? Maybe it's got a hen do. I don't know. I also remember that when you were gonna take part in a game, you were given, you'd be given like these plastic cards of like certain colours, like a red colour, yellow, blue, or whatever. They kind of look like NFC cards, if anything, because that's how they would determine which like session you were in. Like it would be the start of a birthday party, be like, everyone make sure that you get, everyone please take a red card or whatever, so you know that you can actually get into the session or whatever. Have you? I remember that, you know, the parents always doing that, distributing them out. I don't know what on earth she gave you, but you know, why don't you try it on? Sure, looks fine. You do, man. You look cool as heck. Yeah, I don't know. This is sort of just like I thought backwards. I think I am getting confused between 2 different areas. I think the one with a central like energized area was a different place. That was the place I went to with a family friend. Because I remember, I think it had like this like alien, like I think it was actually like we're meant to be protecting these bases, and the base had like an alien in it which you were meant to shoot. And I remember me shooting it, and then someone like came along being like, yo, that's our alien, stop shooting it. And we didn't get like minus points for it or anything, but it was just like, you know, it was just a bit fruitless, isn't it? I don't know why that sticks in my memory, but it does. Anyway, that was a place with a central energizer place, which was pretty cool. And I think it had a different future world. Street view. Anyway, it's shut down now, so I don't know. Can we see what's there now? I don't know how on earth I will. I don't even remember where it is. How do I even get to it? I don't know. It's gone forever. It's shut down. When? COVID time. Makes sense. You know, I think COVID time claimed a lot of businesses, to be perfectly honest, and we're going to have to clear these flowers out another time. 2020? Seems like it. Anyway, that's all I remember. Laser tag. I was not very good. Oh, we have a book to give back to someone. I guess we'll do that tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to round this episode off here and go eat dinner probably. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares greatly appreciated. Twitter, Discord down below. Hope you can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.